Hello everyone, it is me, LightFeather, and my voice sounds so much better. But you know what else is better? My camera! Because as you can see, hopefully, the quality is way better. It's not 720p anymore, it's 1080p, and it looks just way better, and I can actually see myself right now because I have a new camera. I bought the Canon 70D, and now I'm broke forever! But I'm really happy about it. Okay, but today I want to talk to you about subtitles versus dubs in series in general, not just anime, I know, in general. Because I noticed there are a lot of annoying things about all of those things, and maybe you can relate to them, I hope you do. First off, it is my opinion that you should always watch it in the original language that it is created in, and just use the subtitles. Why? Because if you make the audio in your own language, it is completely out of sync with the lips, and it looks like this. Hello, how are you feeling? I am feeling amazing. Are you too? Yes. So in my opinion, it doesn't matter what language it is, whether it's English or Dutch, Japanese if you're into anime, Spanish, everything, because otherwise it just sounds really weird. Also, when it's a cartoon or something, they have put a lot of thought into thinking who will be the voice actor for this character, what voice will fit this character. But then sometimes, at least in the Netherlands, when they resync it into Dutch, they often take something completely different. Or they also do that on anime when they sync it to English, because then for some reason they always take older people. For example, when you watch an anime about a 14-year-old, in Japanese they cast someone who actually sounds or is a 14-year-old. Then in English, I've looked it up a few times, they suddenly take this person that is a 14-year-old and they're like, hello. And I'm like, whoa, your voice is way too heavy, this is like a guy in his 20s. You don't cast a guy in his 20s to do voices for a 14-year-old. No. But I found out a lot of people find it very annoying to read the subtitles of things. I don't really think this is a problem because I've read subtitles ever since basically I watched TV, because when I didn't speak English and everything we watch here is basically English, we had to use the Dutch subtitles. I don't really need them anymore right now because, well, my English, I'd like to consider it pretty good, but for some things you do need it. Have you ever had one of those series where people... Siri, that's the iPhone thing. Where people talk with a massive accent and you just need subtitles even though you speak English? Because that's the thing I had when I first watched Game of Thrones. I don't really watch Game of Thrones, but I watched Game of Thrones. Anyway, there was this guy and I was like, okay, I'm gonna listen to this. It was super quiet, there were background music and stuff, and he was like, I can't do accents, I'm terrible at accents, but I was like, oh, I downloaded some Dutch subtitles to add to it. From a website where people make their own subtitles. You know what happens when people make their own subtitles? They make terrible mistakes. And it doesn't even line up anymore, so it would be like this. Hello, I am LightFeather. Completely out of sync. It is super annoying. Another thing that is annoying when something is dubbed or re-spoken or synced is that they completely kill all the jokes and puns. Especially when they do it to Dutch, because I know, for example, when I see something in English, there's a pun and I'm like, oh, that's funny. And then in Dutch it's gone. Then they make it into some lame-ass joke and I'm like, yeah, I know you can do a pun in another language if it doesn't actually match the words, but why would you? No. So that is why I think you should always watch the original version. I'm kind of excited I'm sorry, I keep looking at that. It's the first time ever I can see myself in a screen besides the lens, because I used to use this camera. It's not even mine actually, but yeah. I'd like to hear your pet peeves about this if you actually ever watch something in a different language than your own or use subtitles sometimes. Do you have any of these pet peeves? Do you also annoy about this sometimes? Alright, thank you so much for watching. Next week, Wednesday, I plan on doing the sketches again because I couldn't do a sketch this time because, as you know, hopefully, I had pneumonia. That's why my physical form is kind of damaged. That sounds cool. Well, it isn't, but... And that's why I couldn't really do something standing up and something that would take a lot of time. So next week I plan on doing sketches again on Wednesday. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, leave a thumbs up. And if you want to see new videos every week, run to your subscription box, click on subscribe. But above all, thank you so much for watching. Just be unique. You're awesome the way you are.